What's up, guys? My name's Rob Alexander and I ride BMX. So today we are gonna weigh some stuff. But first, okay, you know how people are like, every time they get something lighter, they're like, I'm not a weight weenie or whatever. I'm gonna admit, my new setup, the DK with the S&M and Odyssey parts on it, it's a tank. I don't know the exact weight of the whole bike, but I'm guessing it's like around 30 pounds, and it's probably 2 or 3 more pounds heavier than I'm used to. Um, Now, I knew that my old setup was going to be heavy anyways because bigger tubing, thicker tubing, and an American bottom bracket conversion bottom bracket, those are heavy. And I already knew that that bike, the Haro back trail, I already knew that bike was going to be heavy, but this bike, I don't understand why it's so heavy. I do have some ideas, like the crank set that I've been running for a little bit, the basic 8 spline crank set, that probably has some weight to it, metal pedals. I don't know. I don't know what else. Maybe the tires are kind of heavy. Who knows? But I'm not gonna go to that extent with tires and stuff. But there are some things that I could shave weight on that aren't gonna mess with my riding at all. And I am interested in saving a little bit of weight on this bike. So yeah, starting off with the stem. This thing is a beast. It's a block. It's a huge block of aluminum. It's wider than most stems out there. It really is. I can compare it to any other stem that I have. So this thing is pretty heavy. I can already feel it, really heavy, but super strong. That's what I believe. It's got thick bolts in it. And look how it's hefty, dude. It's a big stem. Do you need this on your bike? If you're gonna take your bike off of staircases, big ones, like over a 6 stair at least, and you're like over 170 pounds, I'm pretty sure you need one of these. I'm not doing much of that nowadays. So my friends over at BRG hooked it up. I've had this stem before on a different bike before I was doing YouTube. It worked just fine. It never let me down. I just probably let it go, and I don't have one anymore. So I got another one, but this one is polished. Never had a polished one. It's pretty shiny. So I'm willing to do like a little weight savings like series on which I weigh a part, and if that part is lighter, I will switch to that part. Even though I know 100%, just even in this box, I'm pretty sure it's lighter than this stem. I will use the lighter product. And yeah, I think it'll be fun. I am also going to be weighing some cranks today. So the cranks that I'm rocking, generic 8 spline cranks that come on any complete out there, versus a aftermarket crank. So stay tuned. Let's get it. Okay, this is a comparison within the two stems. And as you can see, there's some cutouts here. This thing is just super solid. And the width of these stems, which is why I love this Odyssey stem so much, because it looks so good. Look how much wider it is than the Insight. And this is pretty basic. Most stems are about this width, maybe a tad bit wider, but this thing is a beast. And you know, it does cost some weight, so let's weigh them. All right, at the scale, we are starting with the Odyssey front load. that's pretty hefty. I mean, I kind of have an idea of stem weight because of just being a nerd, and this is up there. Even though my scale sucks. Okay, we'll go with 11.8 on that. All right. Then let's do the Insight top load stem. I mean, I'm kind of cheating on this, but I already know this is just way lighter. But we're gonna wait anyways. Let's clear that up. .3. Okay. 9.3 on the Insight. Then let's just reweigh this. I don't know, there's on this stem for sure, there's just way more weight up here. And that's why I don't want to sit it on the scale like that, because it's just going to be off. But I think just right in the middle will work best. What was the last number? 11.7? This is gonna probably go way lower. This scale sucks. 11.5 now. Okay, so we'll give it 11.5, just being nice. And then the Insight again. Let's see what this one reads out to. The scale is not good, but we get an idea. Oh, 7.7 now? Come on. All right. I think it just matters if you get that weight. Okay, that's like closer to last time. This is not a good video. Okay, so we had 11.5 compared to 9.4 now. We had 9.3 last time on this. So we'll aim high on this one. So let's go 9.5, 11.5. And I'm gonna see what the internet says. I'm sure there's some specs online about these stems. So yeah, we'll go check that out. Okay, so I didn't find a weight on the BRG site, but I found a weight on Dan's Comp for the Insight, and it says 8.35 for the 50 mil stem, which is what I have here. And I got 9.5-ish, 9.4. So that's a whole ounce off. So we'll just aim high just to be safe. And yeah, we'll go for 9.5 on this. And then the Odyssey stem, on Odyssey's website, this says 12, or on Dan's Comp. I think on Dan's Comp it says 12 ounces. So if that is correct and my scale is wrong, yeah, so either way, we're getting at least 2 ounces off with this guy. Is it 3? Maybe, but we'll safely go with 2 ounces. I'm sorry, this video sucks, but my scale is just not cool. I'll try to get another scale, like maybe a little bit smaller one. Just because, well, I guess I'll have 2 scales anyways, but for smaller parts, I'll just get a smaller scale. And yeah, cool to know that, I mean, even if you just weigh these out with your hands, you already know this is heavier. But at least we know this is at least 2 ounces lighter than the Odyssey, which is my point, because my bike's a tank. So moving on to cranks. So today we are comparing basic 8 spline chromoly cranks with the spindle to my brand new DK social cranks. I just got these. I have not put them on my bike. I have not really even seen them beyond the packaging, but they are beautiful. These are 48 spline cranks, and they do feel lighter than the generic 8 spline crank. So we're gonna be weighing these out. Let's shoot them out. All right, we're back at the scale. So I don't want to put these together yet, so we're just gonna lay everything on here and see how much it weighs. Take this with a grain of salt. We all know now that my scale sucks, so yeah, let's start. Just adding some components to this. Gotta add everything. Got the bolts here too, and the little inserts. How much does it weigh? 34.4 ounces. That's kind of light. I think like super light cranks are under, like slightly under, like 34. That's pretty light. Cool. All right. Now it's time for the 8 spline chromoly cranks. Let's clear that up. Lay them on. 44.3, boys. That is a whole 10 ounces more on the cranks. That's crazy. Bolts and all the bolts are here. All the bolts are there. That is pretty square. Scale did a little bit better this time, I feel like. But, okay, so I'm not gonna get a real weight to these cranks because, I mean, I guess I'll pick like a Mission 8 spline or something to compare. But, so we're at 44, say 44.3. I mean, it's weighing at 44.5 now. I'll compare these cranks to an aftermarket crank that's like it. And yeah, 34.4 on here, on these, I believe. So I'll get the weight for these that are online and try my best to get these, and we'll compare those. But as we see here, 10 ounces, pretty sick. So I kind of went through Dan's comp and got an idea for these types of cranks. So for regular 8 spline pinch bolts style chromoly crank, you're looking at around 40 ounces to 46 ounces for these types of cranks. This being right in the middle at like about 43, 44. And for a 48 spline crank like the DK, you're looking, okay, so profile cranks. Everybody loves profile cranks. So those are around 30, 29 point something. And these are about 33, 34. Comparing them to the best profile, 3 ounces. And I would say like, you know, like park guys and stuff, they use profiles, and like trail riders. So if you're going for a street type of 48 spline crank, I'd say one of the best out there is Demolition. And those are 31 point something, say 32. These are almost right there. They're about an ounce or two off. So yeah. But roughly you're looking at 10 to 12 ounces difference from an 8 spline run-of-the-mill chromoly crank, which is totally fine. These are super strong pinch bolt style, to a 48 spline modern chromoly crank. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so we're gonna see how the top load stem looks on the bike, and just gonna mock it up, and yeah, let's do it. Oh yeah. Oh, This thing is a little bit shinier, not that that matters, but it is looking pretty cool. I also wanted to put a top load on because I pulled my back yesterday. My ankle is still rolled. It is still ruined. So it's wrapped up right now. And yeah, you just get a little bit more leverage with the top load. So it's going to be, I know it's going to be better. So yeah, let's see what it looks like with bars. The stem is on. It does look pretty sleek. It's a completely different look than the Odyssey, but I think I like it. I think I like it. It's nice. It's nice. Can't complain. I like it. It's dope. It's staying on for now. Not just because it's lighter. It's dope. And how could I forget? I just got a Odyssey Aitken in the Pivotal version. Never had it. Had friends with it in the past. And now I have one. So, looks pretty cool. It is a little smaller than most seats. Like in overall size, but it looks chill. Especially if you run it low. Like I'm gonna do. And I am now. So, cool. Digging the bike. So I started editing and I noticed that my outro wasn't in my phone. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today. My scale sucks and now I know that. Um, but yeah, weighing stuff is pretty fun actually. And just knowing how much weight I'm saving on my bike is pretty cool. Um, but yeah, more to come. And just can't wait to ride again. Um, it might be in a couple days, it might be in a week. I don't know right now, but hopefully it's soon. And yeah, more videos to come. I'm sure I'll think of something to do within that time. But remember to go ride your bike because if you don't, you will regret it. Thank you so much for sticking around and giving me the time of day. Yeah, until next time, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.